If you can't focus for more than 10 minutes, it's not your fault. Your phone trained you this way. Years of tiny dings, buzzes, and glowing screens have rewired your brain to crave the next hit of novelty, the next scroll, the next distraction. You didn't lose focus, it was stolen from you. Habit 1. Doom scrolling before bed. You whisper to yourself, just 5 minutes before sleep. But your brain doesn't measure minutes, it only reacts to stimulation. That breaking headline, to your primal brain, it's no different than a predator rustling in the dark. Stress hormones spike, heart rate climbs, your thoughts whirl like a tornado. You don't drift into sleep, you crash hours later. And when you finally do, it's shallow, restless sleep. You wake up foggy, drained, like your brain spent the whole night running marathons instead of resting. Then, instead of breaking the cycle, you repeat it, night after night, year after year. Fix. Place your phone across the room, out of arm's reach. Buy a real alarm clock and reclaim your mornings. Turn your bed into a sanctuary, not a war zone of headlines and stress. Visual. Stick man in bed, glowing phone, storm cloud above his head, to phone placed on desk, storm cloud vanishes, peace returns. Habit 2. Mid-task notification check. You're writing, studying, building something important. Buzz, you glance. Just 1 second. But you never give it just 1 second. Science says it takes 23 minutes on average to fully recover your flow after a distraction. That's nearly half an hour gone each time. Think about it. If you check your phone just 3 times in a work session, you don't just lose a few minutes, you lose your entire productivity window. Every ping isn't stealing seconds, it's stealing your life in bulk. Fix. Batch notifications into specific windows of the day. Only allow calls and urgent texts. Everything else waits until you decide. Remember, your time is yours, or it belongs to your apps. Visual. Stickman typing, notification bubble yanks him sideways, timer appears, plus 23 min lost. Habit 3. The multitasking mirage. 5 apps open, music, socials, browser, notes, chat. You feel like a genius multitasker. But your brain doesn't multitask. It switch tasks. Each switch is like slamming the brakes on a car and then flooring the gas again. Wasteful, exhausting, slow. Instead of shining like a steady light, your attention flickers like a broken bulb. You burn energy on context switches instead of creating something meaningful. By the end of the day, you're drained, not from doing too much, but from scattering yourself into pieces. Fix. 1 screen, 1 task. Period. Use focus mode or app blockers to enforce it. Minimalism isn't about boredom, it's about power. Visual. Stickman juggling 5 glowing app icons. They crash down. Only 1 clean, glowing task remains. Habit 4. The morning grab. The alarm rings. First instinct? Phone. Before water, before sunlight, before your own thoughts. And what do you feed your brain in its most vulnerable, programmable state? A blast of other people's agendas. Emails, notifications, drama, noise. Instead of starting clean, your mental hard drive boots up cluttered and hijacked. You feel behind before the day has even begun. Fix. 1 hour rule. No phone for the first 60 minutes of your day. Drink water. Move your body. Write in a journal. Step outside. Let your thoughts set the tone before you invite in the world's chaos. Visual. Stickman wakes up. Notifications flood him. He pushes the phone away. Opens window. Sunlight fills the room.
Habit 5. The red badge addiction. Those tiny red dots, they're not reminders. They're dopamine traps engineered by app designers who studied casinos. Every time you see one, your brain gets a jolt of curiosity mixed with anxiety. What am I missing? And that's the point. You're not choosing when to open the app. The app is choosing when to pull you in. Your freedom becomes an illusion. Fix? Turn off all notification badges. Empty icons mean empty hooks. The silence feels strange at first, then it feels like peace. Visual. Red badges multiplying like parasites on Stickman till he toggles them off. Silence and calm return. Habit 6. The quick break scroll. You're tired, overwhelmed. Just 5 minutes of scrolling, you tell yourself. But scrolling doesn't refresh, it depletes. It's like drinking salt water when you're thirsty, the illusion of relief that only deepens the problem. You return to your task more distracted, more drained, wondering why you can't concentrate. The truth? You never gave your brain a real break. Fix. Replace one scroll break with a short walk. Stretch, breathe, stare out the window. Real rest is silence, movement, and oxygen, not an endless feed. Visual. Stickman slumps while scrolling. He steps outside for a walk. His energy bar fills up. Habit 7. The desk clutter loop. Your phone sits on the desk, even silent, even face down, and your brain still knows it's there. Part of your mind stays on alert. What if it buzzes? What if I miss something? The result? You're never at 100%. At best, you're working at 70%. Your attention split between the real work and the phantom presence of your device. Fix? Out of sight, out of mind. Put your phone in a drawer, bag, or another room. Make your desk a focus zone, not a distraction trap. Visual. Stickman at cluttered desk, phone buzzing, he hides it in a drawer, desk glows with clarity. Emotional arc. Frustration. That's me, I do this every day. Realization. Wow, this isn't random. It's engineered to steal my life. Discipline. I can fix this if I choose. Clarity. So this is what real focus feels like. Closer. Challenge. Try breaking just one of these habits for a week. Just one. Watch what happens when your brain finally resets. Discipline isn't restriction. It's freedom. The freedom to reclaim your focus, your time, and your life. Visual vibe. Icons buzzing like flies around Stickman's head. Alarm clock glowing across the room, phone out of reach. Notification bubbles piling like bricks, then vanishing. Desk shifting from chaos to calm. Final shot, Stickman sitting in stillness, surrounded by clarity.